Really? I'm using Streamlabs OBS now, so I'm trying to. I hear myself echoing on my iPad, so I guess the audio is working. All right, so we're going to take the Pipistrel Panthera, which is like this is what it looks like. It's another Aerobask aircraft. So we're going to take it. It's got the GTN 750, GTN 650. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty amazing aircraft. It's made in Slovenia, and the cool thing about it is that at lean at peak. So I'll show you when I lean the engine out. Lean at peak, it'll run on 10 gallons an hour of fuel at 200 knots. That's crazy. It's just a regular piston engine, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we've already got the canopies closed. See, we can open and close the canopies by just clicking the door. Open the canopies. Not gonna be looking at that anyways. We got a little. You get the key. We'll grab the key here. Click on it. Okay, hit the master. Avionics. Fuel. Probably selected the right fuel tank. Mixture's full rich. Go ahead and give her a start. And oh yeah, we still have our stuff on. So we turn chocks in place. Give it a full tank of fuel. I don't want these reflections as annoying. Okay, so we're good to go. Now we can start it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Trying to get that all. Yeah, I guess it works now. Probably need to turn it back up a little bit. here. Would never do this in real life, but there's a put nose down to 8 speed. Yeah, I know nothing about so I know nothing about All right. How does that sound now? That should sound a little better. Yeah, the buildings look real nice. This should be Miami in front of us, or it's over there somewhere. I don't know. We'll go ahead and thread the autopilot on, change the heading. Then we let fly the airplane for us, you know. I can't get over how good the ocean looks. It's not just the buildings; it's also the ocean. I mean, look at that. So this is what Flight Simulator 2020 should give us, without having to pay $46 for one state. I think if I'm, that's got to be Miami down there. Let's go look. I mean, I want to get Oregon next. Oregon and Washington State, because I want to be able to fly like Mount Everest. I mean, not Mount Everest. What a dumbass. Mount St. Helens. And then there's Mount Hood in Oregon, and the Three Sisters, which are three volcanic peaks just in a line. That'd be fun. So it doesn't auto-gen all the houses. It auto-gens some of them. Nice golf course down there. If anybody owns these islands, you know they do. They're in Miami. So what I'm doing to turn the plane, I'm just turning the heading knob. So I'm adjusting the heading bug on the HSI, and we have the autopilot slave to the heading bug. The thing is, the terrain thing doesn't work on, uh, evidently doesn't work on orbit scenery. Okay, let's look at the map here. Let's find somewhere to fly to. That's not us. Okay, there we are. There's a seaplane base. We're going to tune the nav radio to 117 decimal 10. We're going to catch the 2-1 radio coming out of here. So let's set that up real quick. We're going to catch a radio. Nav 1. Where's my course knob? I need my course knob. There we go. So we're going to change that to a course bug. And we're going to change that to a radio and catch the nav. So what we're doing now is the aircraft's going to turn, and we're going to turn and catch the 210 radio from that VOR station. Now back before GPS, this is how pilots would fly. They tune into this nav beacon, which is a VOR station, and we catch, we actually haven't caught it yet. We're turning into it now. So we'd catch that 2-1 radio out of that VOR station, and you'd go that radio for a certain amount of time, and you know where you were. You'd use a watch and a compass. So they still teach you how to navigate VOR from these VOR stations. We'll go ahead and finish climbing up to about 3,000 feet. Stay under these clouds. We'll fly down to the Keys. So you can see now, there's 2-1 off this VOR station here. We're practically flying right on that 210. If we want to, we can catch this one. Catch that VOR station. That's not a VOR station. That's the airports has a VOR station as well. We can catch that and fly 2-1. Now I don't have a ruler or anything on a flat piece of paper to see where this head is going to go. There's an aircraft carrier. We can go land on that thing. I'm not going to do it right now. All right, we had an engine failure now. We have 3 miles. We could glide 3 miles. So it's generally in this aircraft, it's about 1,000 feet per mile. So we're over the ocean. We really don't have anywhere to land. We could climb up about 6,000 feet, but it'd be hard to see anything. Now you can see we're pretty much straight on that 210 radio. Neo Panthera. Yes, there are. We do have seaplanes. So, if I go to the main menu, go to flight configuration, we do have seaplanes. We have a float plane. We have a Cessna Skyhawk with floats. We also have a glider. We could take a glider. So these are all the aircraft that I have. I landed in the water? Yes, yes, I've landed. I haven't landed it since the new physics came out, but I've done it before. Yes. Look and see what the weathers look like. Yeah, even up at 12,000 feet, the wind's only 4 knots, so that's not that bad. We can climb up to about 6,000 feet. So let's go ahead and just punch 6,000 feet in here. We're going to go ahead and climb and indicate airspeed mode. So up we go. So climbing and indicate airspeed mode, it'll pitch for 120 knots. And once it gets down here to 120 knots, it'll keep that pitch to maintain 120 knots until we get to 6,000 feet. So some aircraft, like you saw me fly the E1000 yesterday, or you've watched it a couple times, I've flown it a couple times. The E1000 with the Garmin cockpit, it doesn't have climb and indicate airspeed mode. It's called flight level change, which is the same thing, essentially. So we're gonna climb it to 6,000 feet at 120 knots. Now we can open this thing right back up. We go to map menu, info, not infos, items. We can add back in the VOR stations and take out the airports. So here's a VOR here, another VOR there. That's got to be a helicopter or something, or another plane going to land at the airport. Where's that? It's 3,600 feet above us. He must be going. Oh, look at that power plant. Got to be a plane over there going to land. In fact, I don't even think we have any of our lights on, do we? Nope. We have no lights on. Now we have lights on. So this essentially has the same cockpit setup for instrumentation as the Eclipse 550, which we flew yesterday. The plane I really want to get is the Hot Start TBM 900. Just that plane itself is $75 just for the plane. But when I buy another plane for X-Plane, that's the plane I'll buy. Coronado also has the PA-46 that they just released, the Piper Malibu. I'd like to have that too. That's $35. Yeah, we can sit 4 people in here. See, Rudy must have left his cola can back there. Oh yeah, the weather system that I cannot use on here because it's not compatible with uh, the Vulkan uh, API that I'm running right now, that was $70 just for the weather system. That's Xenviro. So the game costs 60. Okay, let's add some things up. Okay. Oh, not okay. Flight configuration. Okay, that was $35. That was $35. That was $35. That was 35. That was 35, and that was like 15. So what's that? 5 times 35. What? 5 times 35 is what? So it's $175. Yeah, about $190 just for the aircraft. Then you throw $70 in for Xenviro, and then $46 in for this map. I mean, for this scenery. So I've invested a lot of money in this game. Yeah, in this simulator. But I was also heavily invested in Flight Simulator as well. So yeah, most of my subs on this channel are all from X-Plane. I started this channel mostly just to fly X-Plane. That looks like a barren wasteland down there, doesn't it? Got a few clouds up here. Not really going to be an issue. So I wanted to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I mean by we fly Lena Peak on this aircraft. All right, so right here, this little lever, that's the lean the mixture. Right now we're full rich, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it back until we see these cylinder head temperatures start to climb. Now they're gonna climb, they're gonna peak, and then they're gonna go back down. We want to fly just Lena Peak in this aircraft. Right now we are getting 17.1 gallons per hour. That's how much fuel we're using. So we're going to pull this back, and you'll see what happens. Now watch these cylinder head temperatures rise. See, they're starting to rise. But also our fuel usage is going down. So right there, they're peaking. Should go almost around 300. All right, now they're coming back down. And there we go. Okay, now look. We're doing 152 knots. True airspeed. Indicated. True airspeed is 171 knots. Our ground speed is 175 knots, so that's about 200 miles an hour at 8.4 gallons an hour. That's what makes this aircraft so awesome. So we could go 600 miles easily in this aircraft. Yeah, it's all about temps, man. You just gotta. So we're in the green on oil pressure. We're in the green on oil temperature. You know, this should be changing here in a minute. I don't know if this aircraft actually changes the fuel for me. I don't know. So we're going to switch over to our left fuel tank. So now we're drawing out of our left wing, so we keep the plane balanced. But yeah, so now we can actually pull the prop RPM back, fuel usage is going to go down even more. But at the same time, our airspeed is increasing. And we don't have to do anything with the throttle. So our manifold pressure is at 16.9 pounds. What's that place over there? Next to the Cessna, this is like the second easiest plane to fly that I have. Next to the Cessna. Let's see where we're at. We can pull off another radial. Oh. Okay, so we can also fly away from a radial. We can also fly towards a radial. So this is Key West International Airport. We'll head there. We're going to tune we're going to tune nav 1 to this. And now we're going to turn and try to intercept that 2-1 radial from there. So that's essentially what we're doing. Is now we're trying to intercept that 2-1 radial from this VOR station, which should put us close to Key West. Let's see where we turn to. So we're going to turn here. And once we hit that 2-1 radial, we'll turn even more and get on course. And we should be able to hear it. I don't know if you can hear it now. No. So on the old aircraft, oh, you may be able to. So on the older, on most aircraft, you can tune into your nav beacon, and it's a Morse code. So a single centers of dots and dashes, and that lets you identify what VOR station it is. So here we are, we're turning into. Actually, we're flying the 2.5 radio. Is that what we're flying? It's good enough. Course 249. This is Marathon, Key West Marathon, right there. You can see our winds aloft, 82, winds 82, that's 7 knots. It's 82 degrees, magnetic. Winds at 7 knots. And if we look down at our wind indicator, it's about 74 degrees and 7 knots right here where we're at. Yeah, there's a lot to it. But generally, even in general aviation now, 90% of the time in general aviation, As soon as you're 1,000 feet off the ground, you engage the autopilot. So 90% of all aircraft are flown by autopilot because it allows you to do other things like watch for traffic, monitor engine things, stuff like that. So the fact that we're flying on autopilot isn't unrealistic at all. As a matter of fact, 90% of pilots probably do it. We're chugging now along. Now ground speed is 204 knots. We have about a 7-knot tailwind. Ooh, getting about 52 frames a second right now. Right now, I'm going to look up Key West International Airport. So I'm just getting that just to get the ATIS frequency. So we can go ahead and punch the ATIS in. To do that, we'll go over here. Here we have our comm section. So this is in standby, so we'll change this standby frequency to 119.675. We'll take that, we'll go ahead and flip it into the active comm frequency. So we do have two radios on this aircraft. So this is COM 1, COM 2. We also have comms down here as well on the GTN 650. So this 650 can do everything that this 750 can do. It's just not as nice to look at. So let me get a map on here. We can scroll it out, zoom it in. We get a TCAS on here, which will show us all of traffic. So there's an aircraft right here at 4,000 feet above us. He's about 12 nautical miles out and heading our direction. His ground speed is 232, so it's 230 knots. And this one's way above us, and this one's way above us too. These are two airliners. Tell about our speed. Our ground speed's 430 knots. His ground speed's 460 knots. This is probably that Cirrus Vision jet. And this is all coming from your ADS. Now in real life, we'd get their tail number and everything like that. So if we had to call them, we could call them. Say, look, you're coming right at us. You might want to climb up 1,000 feet or descend 1,000 feet so we don't hit each other, you know. This gives us our nearest airport, VOR intersection in NDB. Of course, this is terrain, which doesn't really matter here. It's the weather we just saw over here. And that's about it. This has a lot more. Like you can load charts in here. So you can load all your approach plates. You can load approach plates into here. And so you can do your flight plan here. Your procedures. You got some utilities, flight timers, checklists, stuff like that. You have, of course, you got TCAS here as well, and a map. You can change this to extreme resolution too. So there's where we're headed to, Key West International right there. Okay, I just picked up Key West's ATIS. You can see it up here. Probably can't hear it. Okay, when it says advise on initial contact that you have India, all right, when we go to call the tower, we want to tell them, whatever our tail number is, uh, inbound to land, runway 9, with the information Zulu. So that's what the call out you would give to the tower, the controller. That would let him know that you know the weather conditions there and that your what runway you landed on. Now they're already saying that they're arriving and departing runway 9. So no matter what, we're going to be landing runway 9. So we just call them and tell them inbound to land with Zulu, or India rather, which means we have the weather information. So we can go ahead and flip this back. 3003 is in here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull out of here. We're going to plan a procedure. We're going to add a waypoint. And I forgot what the damn waypoint was. It is okay. Add waypoint. KEYW. We're going to load a procedure. So we're going to load an arrival. We're on RNAV 9. Let me look and see here. I'm going to pull up the approach plate on my phone so I can see what we're going to do. RNAV 9. Downloading the approach plate. We have strap and sting, so we'll go strap. It's probably closer to us. Alright, so we're going to fly direct to strap. We need to go ahead and change our here to GPS, and we need to change autopilot to nav. Alright, so now we're flying GPS navigation, and we're going to our initial point, which is strap, which is the arrival. So we'll fly the arrival with the strap transition. Or strap entry point, whatever you want to call it. It's our fix that we need to fly to first. Normally if I had two monitors, I could drag the approach plate over so you guys could see the approach plate as we fly it. But I don't have a second monitor to do that with. Sorry. Not yet. Okay, so I'm just looking at the at Atnaw, which is right here. We have to be at 1,500 feet. The minimums here are 253 feet. Lower minimum. Another 425 feet is the other minimum. So we don't have any cloud cover. Cloud cover is at 2,200 feet according to the ATIS. Let's see. So the wind's 130, 11 knots. Sky conditions 2,200 scattered. So we're good on. It's going to be a VFR landing, which is visual flight rules. so we'll actually be able to see what we're landing at. Okay, we got about 5 minutes until we get the strap. Look at here on the flight plan. We got 5 minutes. And there's a 6-minute flight to Chet's from Strap. So Key West is actually going to be over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly down here. Then we're going to make a left-hand turn, then another left-hand turn because the runway is runway 9. So what that means is that the runway heading is 090. So it's heading east. So eastbound. So the opposite, if we're going the opposite way, it should be 27. Because that's the opposite of 90 degrees is 270 degrees, which is west. So we've got to come down, turn left to fly south, then turn left again to fly east on that runway heading. Yeah, so they have this whole thing. It only works in California. Out if you're flying the simulator like in California. It's a thing called Pilot's Edge. You have to pay like $15 a month to use it, and they have people on there that are running ATC, and you communicate directly with them as like just like you'd be communicating with ATC in real life. And it's pretty fun to do. I used to have a yeah, VATSIM works the same way, but Pilot Edge is a lot more professional. But pretty soon we'll have to worry about that because Flight Simulator 2020 will have it integrated. We have an ATC in here. Like I can press enter and file a flight plan at Miami Center. So I just tuned into the Miami Center. You probably can't hear it because I think all the desktop audio is turned off for some reason. So that up there is, if you look up there, you probably can't hear it. I don't know if you can, but that's Miami Center talking to other aircraft. The 3 other aircraft on the map, that is. So that's a Boeing 747 he's talking to. That's the Vision jet he's talking to now. So we're going to go ahead and descend vertical airspeed mode down to about 1,500 feet. And descend 1,000 feet per minute. So 1,000 feet per minute is about the 1,000 feet a minute, 1,500 feet a minute. That's usually what's comfortable for people. We just got a weather update. I just put in a dead frequency so I don't have to hear the radio. Okay, so 1,500 feet is about the most comfortable descent rate Anything other than that, and you're losing altitude, your ears are popping, and this is probably the most comfortable. So at 6,000 feet, we're descending 4,500 feet. It's 4.5 minutes to get down to 1,500 feet. GPS is going to make us a left-hand turn. We'll go ahead and head south. And some light IMC conditions here. Should break through this at 3,200 feet, because I think it's what they said that scattered at. Yeah, here we go. And another 5 minutes to Chet's, which is the next GPS fix we're going for. There's nothing east of us but Mexico. So now fuel flow is about 5.7. We had to pull back on the throttle, keep from overspeeding. So we can look here and see our flight plan. So we're on the leg from Strap to Chet's here right now. Get to Chet's, we're going to make another left-hand turn to Atnall. From Atnall, we'll pretty much be lined up. Once we get to Busby, we'll be lined up for the runway 9 approach to Key West. So another aircraft coming in behind us at about 3,400 feet, or actually 3,300 feet, and they're descending. So they're probably going to be landing here too. So that's about the limit of the scenery. You can see here these little angles here. It's about the limit of the scenery for True Earth. I got about 4 minutes to Chet's. We make our left-hand turn. So Key West is going to be right over here somewhere. Throw a prop back in, mixture full rich. Just so I don't have to do it when we get ready to land. Now this should actually have, nope, it doesn't. Alright, give me 2 minutes to make this left-hand turn. See where we are now. Now I have been so engrossed in streaming one time, I barely landed this plane because I was so busy talking to my chat. And I was going to land. I totally forgot to put my landing gear down. It was a successful belly landing though. Look, there's an aircraft carrier. What the hell is that? A fishing boat. The aircraft carrier is turning. That's not a fishing boat. That's like a destroyer or something. That's Key West there. Oh, he was so nice of him. Let's go land on the aircraft carrier. You ready? Autopilot's disconnected. He turned right ass on from us. We can land on him. Flaps down. Gear down. We're gonna go land on this aircraft carrier. Ideally, what we need is his radio frequency. We'll do without it for right now. Video approach, no radio on an aircraft carrier. Hopefully he still keeps that course. Oh, I'm landing on it. There we go. You're low. All right. The aircraft carrier is already talking to me, so that's cool. We got too much power. Oh, power! I can't fly much slower. I need to use my mouse to zoom in because I think he turned. Nope, he's good. See, as we get slow, it's harder to control the aircraft. So, I know I'm overpowered, but I'm still like 3 miles away. Overpowered. I'm doing 95 knots, dude. Come on. We'll put our landing flaps in now because this is a short deck. We're flying. Our airspeed's 88 knots. We got 12 knot crosswind, or 9 knot crosswind rather. Yeah, remember that thing's moving too, so you see his wake. This thing don't have no hook, so I'm gonna have to hit the brakes as soon as we land. It might not be pretty, but we'll land on it. Yeah, I'm crabbing in, so nose I'm flying straight to it, but the nose is pointing to the left because of the wind. We're sink a little bit here. Drop some altitude quick. There we go. There's a helicopter off to the right side. Boom, baby. We're down on the carrier. We'd have grabbed the 3-wire, too. Sure would have. Oh, look, they're bringing some planes up for us. All right, let's continue on to Key West. Engine full, off the brake. Now we're going to take off from an aircraft carrier. Gear up. Flaps up. There's a carrier back over there. Turn autopilot back on. Nav. Altitude. We actually go direct to Busby now. Cut power. He told me to wave off, too. So he wanted me to go back around, but I won't go back around. So he heard him also tell me to wave off. I wasn't going to wave off. I knew I could make the landing. Like I said, this is one of the easiest aircraft to land. Oh, there's something in front of me. There's an aircraft 500 feet below me. Probably a helicopter. We're gonna get a TCAS warning in a second, probably, because this aircraft right here. See this little triangle? It's below us. There we do. We have the glide slope indicator. Force. So we could go land again, Key West. This guy's landing too. We're gonna overtake him though. We need to actually slow down so we don't run into this dude. We'll fly the approach. Localize the glide slope. still don't see this aircraft that's in front of us somewhere. Oops. Clipped through the ceiling. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. There it is. Right there. He's inbound to land right now. Okay, we need to go. We need to turn the autopilot off because it's being stupid. It's not. It's not flying the approach. So we're gonna lower our gear, get in one notch of flaps. We're way above the glide slope. So that Pappy is gonna give us one white, one red. There's a Pappy lights right here. It's gonna give us one white, one red when we're on the glide slope. We're way above it right now, which is two whites. So we want is one red, one white. And right now, you can also tell the glide slope from here. All right. We do have our gear down, right? Just make a double check and make sure we have our gear down. We got 12 knots on the nose coming in here, so it's going to be a little. All right, cut throttle, right rudder. We're putting in the aircraft into a skid right now. We're bleeding speed and bleeding altitude at the same time to get us down. So there's little tricks you can do. Cut throttle, give it a little bit of right rudder. You'll get it into a skid and you'll slow down a little bit more and you'll drop altitude as well. All right, everybody, welcome to Key West, Florida. Take this first turn off. Let's not hit the light. It shouldn't be there. We'll go over here and park with all the other little general aviation aircraft. They don't have any parking lines, so just flip this bad boy around a little bit. They said they have parking lines over here? No. I didn't want to park next to the Barons anyways. Oh, look, a helicopter. Now let's go park by the Vision jets with all the highfalutin aircraft. I'm gonna park right here because I want to. There we go. And just to turn this thing off, all we do is pull the mixture back. So we kept fuel in here. Of course, now let me turn the fuel off. Oh, that's okay. We're good to go. Let's get the door open. Get some air in here. Here we go. We landed. chocks out so we don't roll away. There we go. Now, if you want to see something really funny, we can try taking a helicopter up, because I don't even know how to start the damn helicopter in this game. We can probably figure it out. Let's see what we can do. Main menu. Flight configuration. Take the old Sikorsky. Have no idea how to fly this thing. Never even tried to take off in a helicopter. Okay, here we go. Ah, hell. So this is what it looks like. Way too many buttons. Ah. Okay, slide over here. We need some fuel. Oh, I should have taken a float plane out. Okay, first thing we need fuel. So where's fuel at? What's this over here? Where's that crap? Nothing we need. Okay, let's look down here. There's our autopilot there. Cabin electrical power. Okay. I don't need generators on because we don't have the engine turned on yet. Engine anti-ice. Cabin electrical power. Battery on. There we go. Got some battery now. Anybody see avionics? Rotor brake. We don't need that. Stick trim audio. Yeah, that's way. Okay, so we know oil pressure 1, oil pressure 2, low vacuum gen 1, gen 2, brakes. So now we just need to find, there's nav, there's a radio. Servos, what the hell is that shit? Okay. Can you master start? No, cannot. Where's fuel? Fuel is up here, right? That's ground idle. Which one would be fuel, do you think? You think that would be the... I think it would be this one. That's prop. Please. What the hell is all shit? That's just breakers. We might be able to get it started. We may not. Okay, let's go back down here. I'm looking for fuel. Do I see fuel anywhere? It's definitely not up there. We just looked at it. Okay. Nothing there. Nothing there. Turn our strobe lights on. Hmm. This thing can get really in depth. Cabin electrical power, AC on, generator, batteries on. So I don't see anything that has to do with fuel. Cyclic. Hmm. Used to be able to start engines running. There we go. We'll just cheat. I think we're dead. Ah! No, we're up. We're gonna die. No, 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 no. We're good. We're good. We're good. We got it. We got it. Landing might be another thing, but we're up. Oh man, we shot up in the air like a rocket, dude. That was scary. So the throttle is actually reversed. So if I pull back, that gives us more climb. Push forward, it takes away power. So the fun part is gonna be landing. There's the thing. We gotta pull back on the cyclic. What's our vertical speed? No, I don't see it. I've never done a tutorial for the. I've never seen one for the helicopter either. Wow, we just screwed something up. We bounced. We're down though. We didn't crash. Kurt's over there holding on to the oh shit bars and shit. Okay, now let's try something really, really intimidating. Let's go take this air. Let's go take this helicopter and land it on the aircraft carrier. You think we can do it? You think? I think we can. So 2 minutes of flying the helicopter. I think I can fly on the damn helicopter. On the damn helicopter. Nah, shit. Land on that aircraft carrier. If it's still out there. It'll take us forever to find it at 100 knots. It's cool though, man. I never really fly a helicopter. Give it a little power so we can get some climb up here. Oh, and that helicopter's actually going to be back the other way. In that aircraft carrier. I don't see it. If it was closer, I'd land on it, but I'm not going to. I don't know where it's at. We fly slow as hell. Right now I got the throttle all the way off, so it should auto rotate. So you see our torque. If we put back on the stick, our torque goes up. See that? That means we're auto rotating. So let's say we can't auto rotate and not crash this helicopter onto this runway. Okay, so power's off. I mean, torque is off. We're going to go into a steep kind of dive. At the last minute, we're going to try to pull off and slow it down. That's the theory of auto rotation. But so you can see there's no torque on the engine right now. Coming down like a bat out of hell. Right now we're going to pull up and flare. Damn, that's a hard landing. It's a hard landing, fellas. What else kind of trouble can we get into here? Yeah, it's kind of fun. For the configuration. Let's see if we can get a tow. See if we can take a glider up. Okay, we ain't even getting a tow. What's up with that? Sometimes these gliders are borked. Okay, the tow plane is tow clip plane just totally went through the runway. Try again. Gliders are really fun to fly, but evidently it's broken on here. Maybe it's just this scenery. So let's do this. Flight configuration, change location. We'll go to might take a few minutes because it takes because Vulkan loads all the shaders at once. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this glider up to Aspen, Colorado, in the Rockies, and see if we can't get some gliding doing without dying. I ain't promising anything. Oh, don't look like it's gonna be happening. Nope. Looks like the glider is still broken, which sucks. Yeah, it does suck. Aerobass makes an awesome glider. I don't even know how much money it is. Yeah, the glider's broken. Stupid. Now, if you go to the X-Plane org store, they make an awesome one. Where's that? Wonder how much it is. This is where I get all my planes from. See, they have a glider somewhere. They did have a glider. Where's the glider? So so I was wrong. So I paid $40 for the 550. Just got that yesterday. Just got the. I don't have that. I don't have that either. But all these other ones I do have. $23 for the Viper jet. Oh, y'all haven't seen the Viper jet yet, have you guys? I will fly the Viper jet for you guys. I wish I could find that glider though. I knew they made one. Aerobask. So we'll go to Airbask's website and is it this? No, that's not it. I could have sworn they made a glider. This is a biplane. Nope, it's Robin. There's the biplane. I have that, the Viper jet. It's pretty fun. I don't know if I have it activated or not. I could have sworn they made a glider. Because they made a powered glider. There it is. The Antares. $20. That thing is powered though, so it has a little engine on it. See if it shows it in here. Because I think it's powered. Yeah, see the little engine folds out the back of it and it's got a little propeller that pushes it. Motor glider. So you don't need a tow plane. You can take off on your own. Alright, let's go fly the Vision jet. Viper jet. Yeah, it can still be just glider. You just disengage the engine. The engine folds back into the fuselage and it's glider. Okay, we will main menu, flight configuration, Aerobask Viper jet. I'm going to fly it out of. Okay, so this, I'm hoping this is Gainesville, Florida, not Gainesville, Texas. I think there's a Gainesville in Texas too. So just give it a few minutes to load because it's going to load the plane scenery and other scenery. The Viper jet is kind of like the old F5. I have no clue where we're at. I think we're in Gainesville, Texas. Yeah, we're in Texas. This ain't where I want to be at. Just give it a few minutes to load. After this, I'm going to run and grab me some food. I'm starving. I may get the Antares and fly it tonight. Or something like that. I may fly it tomorrow. So the stream stopped. The stream must have froze, didn't it? Because I'm in load. I'm in the load screen right now. I think you're the only one watching, Rudy. Yep, Kurt says. Oh, let's redo this then. Probably crashed. Yeah, this is what it did. It crashed. So let's close X-Plane. We'll start it back up. There we go. Read new scenery files. Now, you're right. Using Streamlabs OBS, there's a hell of a delay. Yep, Rudy, it might be frosty time, buddy. I don't even know if it's going to load. See a little wheel up here spinning. We'll see. Usually it takes a lot longer for these for Vulcan to load a file. If this is Gainesville, Florida, it's loading the orbit scenery too, so we'll wait a little longer.